Welcome back to the sessions. Today, I wanted to share some thoughts with you all. We all know what's going on in this world with the protests, the pandemic. Everyone's got a lot going on in their heads. And so I thought I'd share some of my thoughts with you all. You see, I don't want to believe in hope. I don't want to believe in peace. I don't even want to believe in humanity. The right of every human to be heard is an important one, but the accountability of speaking is just as important. In this day and age, everyone has the ability to speak and reach a wide audience through the internet. But what is it that you're trying to say? I see a lot of egos on social media coming into the mix with broader discussions of equality. All lives matter has popped up as a countermeasure to the Black Lives Matter slogan. Why is that? Why is it that we take offense to Black Lives Matter and feel the need to discredit it by countering with all lives matter? This is where responsibility with our words is extremely valuable. The ego doesn't speak from the heart, it speaks through desire. Desire to be included, maybe a desire to be heard. Definitely a desire to be right. And that's the sickness. That is what will divide us. Of course, all lives matter. That is exactly what this movement is trying to say. It is your ego that cries out, all lives matter, instead of appreciating the true sentiment of Black Lives Matter. It is simply stating that Black people's lives matter just the same as everyone else. It's not propping them up on some pedestal and saying that they are all that anyone should care about. No. It is a slogan for people to stand behind in solidarity with our Black brothers and sisters in their time of need. Why is it then, when a movement rises that looks to make positive change, that is met with criticism? Is it because our own egos don't want to accept change that was not founded from our own ideas or the group we identify most with? Or is it because we resist that which we don't understand? Hate is born out of ignorance. Fear comes from our inability to cope with that which is unknown. So we avoid it. We fight it when it comes into our own consciousness, and we do everything we can to eradicate it so that we can resume living in a way that makes most sense to us. But you see, it's that fear and that hate of the unknown that ends up dividing us. When you don't understand something or don't feel included, it's your ego that decides to speak. Your ego tells you that you should say something that will justify your existence. And you're right to be included. This is the conversation I had with myself. You see, I felt left out. I felt I had no voice in this matter because I'm not black. I felt the need to stand behind a slogan that was all inclusive. But I realized that was my own ego, my own fear of being left out. But this movement is greater than me, it's greater than my desires. It's history. And history will be determined by our ability to come together and stand strong in solidarity against injustice, against oppression, and against hate. We may never understand why things have happened the way that they have for so long. We may never understand why it took so much pain and so much loss in order for a movement to rise with enough strength and enough conviction to push through the barriers of our society and tread into the unknown. Not out of fear, but out of compassion for our brothers and sisters, regardless of color, culture, or background. Because whether we like it or not, we're all in this together. And we all must fight a common enemy. That enemy is the ego. It is greed. It is corruption. It is tyranny. And only one thing is powerful enough to overcome these forces that hold us back. And that is unity. That is love. So I urge everyone that hears this to please consider your words and actions during this time and focus not on being right or being heard, but rather listen and try to understand what is going on. Seek out knowledge and understanding of those who oppose your views and seek to find common ground. Because only in coming together are we ever going to find a way to a better future. Now is our time. So don't just believe in hope. You got to be the hope. Don't just believe in peace. Be the peace. And don't just believe in humanity. Be humanity.